Mom brought me home 3 bags of Italian dirt, so let's turn it into some paint. Starting with the most classic Italian raw umber. Italian raw umber is a beautiful dark brown earth-based pigment, and this batch even came with some earth-based sprinkles. I then make a little pile out of the pigment and use the very professional method of making a volcano out of it and then pretending the linseed oil is lava. Very similarly to how the Italians make pasta, we're going to slowly incorporate the outer walls of our volcano into the center. This allows us to slowly combine the liquid with the powder without getting too many chunks. As I mix in the pigment, you can see how it starts to get a lot thicker in the center. But sadly, I did not use anywhere near enough linseed oil, so it does get chunky pretty quick. But have no fear, we can always add more. And more I did add, all the way to the point where I completely drained my little bottle. So we had to get out the big guns. And of course, with the giant jug, I accidentally poured way too much linseed oil, but it ended up not being nearly as bad as I thought it might be. The amount of oil that you mix into your paint is completely up to you. I like to go for a paste that is not shiny at this point in the process. So in order to achieve that with all of the extra oil, I just add a little bit more pigment until I reach the texture that I'm looking for. As we mix in that last scoop, you can really see how it all comes together into a gorgeous matte paste. But don't get too excited, we are not done yet. It's time to get out the paint muller. Using a glass paint muller with a frosted bottom allows me to slowly grind the paint and re-emulsify all of that oil with all of the pigment. Every time we repeat this process, our paint is slowly going to become a little bit more shiny. The shinier the paint becomes, the more properly combined our liquids and solids are. So that's why I went ahead and repeated this process 6 or 7 times before I was satisfied with the shininess of the paint. I then sadly realized that my paint tubes were way too small, so we're gonna go ahead and store the paint in a jar. But don't worry, I'll get some bigger paint tubes so we can tube this up next episode.